Hello and welcome to Black Woman Things. I am Tyra, and listen, y'all. Today it's just a chill day. I feel like I've said this every single day this week. Like working all day and then coming home at night. It is something. Like, that is what we're here to talk about today. Okay, so I'm actually really excited because someone actually suggested this a while ago, but I told you I just been out here living life. So, like, you know what, this chair. Anyways, I've just been out here living life. So I'm gonna like roll the intro again, and then we're gonna get all up into it. Okay, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay, okay. Okay, so we are back. So I was saying like a little while ago, I had gotten a message from someone saying, "Hey, can you do a video about like existing in corporate America as a Black woman? Like that's what you do in your day to day. Like I do human resources." She's like, "How does it work?" Like I think that's such a fabulous question. Like, okay, so I feel like working in general is kind of like a wild thing because it really isn't like I really feel like it isn't the job that you do. It's really about the people that you work with and like what is the vibe there. Cause like that's what you're gonna be interacting with every day. Like yes, y'all are here because y'all all do this thing or y'all all help support this thing. But if the vibe is off, you know what I mean? Like if everybody doesn't like if you don't like each other, if you don't like your boss, like it's really like it ruins the entire experience. So I feel like that's definitely when it comes to like surviving corporate America is very much so going where it wants. Like I don't know about y'all, but I've been seeing a lot of these TikToks of Black women being like, I've been applying for all these places, and like I always put that I'm a Black woman, and I barely hear back from anybody. And then they're like, oh, if I change it to the fact that like I'm white, like I get called back right away. And it's like, okay, they call you back, you did an interview, maybe you wow them. Would you want to work there? Because they're white, bro. They denied you all these times when they knew what you was on. So like, do we want? But then it's like at the same time, right? Because anything that you do in corporate, you know what I mean, you can do in some way freaking freelance, you know what I mean? But when you do things like in the nonprofit, like kind of world, or like really any like really like humanitarian job, like if you're doing or not humanitarian, but like human services kind of job, like they just don't pay as well as the people that are in corporate. It's like, okay, regardless, if you just like need a job, obviously you can go anywhere. But it's like, okay, if you choosing, okay, I want to go this corporate route, it's like you gotta like prepare, bro. Like you gotta like prepare. You are definitely like I don't know, but it depends though. Like I said, just like if I apply somewhere and they didn't accept me when I put that I was Black, but then I apply again and I say that I'm not, like, and you accept me, like I don't know how I feel about being there. So when it comes to like, you know what I mean, presenting yourself and like I said, just surviving day to day, like say we already got the job, like you can like I'll link down below like some videos I've done on interviewing and everything. But like if you've already got the job and you're there, it's like, okay, be yourself, but understand this person is not your friend. Like I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to like surviving corporate America. Like how would you be, you know what I mean? Like if you were in church, like how would you be if you were around like your elders' friends? Like that's really the vibe. Like if you were around your elders' friends, like you were super respectful, but there's just certain things that you wouldn't say and that you wouldn't do. And if they ask you to do something, you're gonna do it, you know what I mean, in a certain way because like these are your elders' friends. Like, and I feel like in corporate America, that kind of respect that you have for that population, I feel like is a kind of respect. It's like very specific, but I feel like that is the kind of respect you should have for the people at your job. Like if like I say, like if one of your elders like friends that you do something and maybe they're like rude or something, like maybe you're gonna try to understand them, like, or maybe you're just gonna be like, oh, they're just old. Like you're very much so going to like, you know what I mean? Because you're just like this is like you're cool with like my mom, and if like in a corporate setting, it's like you hired me, and like I don't know. Let me know if this makes sense. Hey Jordan, I was like lost in my own little story because I start reading comments and I be getting confused and said too much. I'll be like hi, and I'd be like what? Like I just fully forget. So like yeah, in general, I'm just saying like that kind of like respect that you have for like, say just like you know at the end of the day y'all both like agree to work together. My thing is if you go for an interview, right, and like you go for this interview with the people and like it seems like somebody you would like and you do like a walkthrough or something, you know what I mean, and like you're like okay I can like that like I love they said spill the tea, like that's the crazy part, like I feel like I'm not even like spilling, I'm just really trying to like game like for because I feel like people make corporate or like working in an office a lot bigger than it. Like I said, I think you just need to like you went to work for them for this specific reason. When you did an interview, for me personally, like I'm not gonna just like take a job if like I don't like these people. Like I'm not gonna work somewhere with people that I don't like. And say I start working a job if I don't like it, like, but not if I don't like it, but like if it's like not a great fit or whatever. At the end of the day, you need to make sure you do what's good for you. Because I don't know where y'all work or anything like that, but like where I live out here in Maryland, like most all places are like at will. So like say you don't want to be somewhere, you got to give like 2 weeks notice and all of that. But like say they don't want you to be there, girl, they you're gone in 3.5 seconds. So I feel like surviving in corporate America, like I said, is really about being yourself. It's really about, you know what I mean, when you're going for those interviews, just making sure like this is the environment that you could work in. But then also when it comes to like you like even working there in general, like are they paying you something like that you know what I mean, you feel comfortable with, like, and even the job that you're here doing, like, did you lie? Like, because if you don't know, you know what I mean, what your job is or how to get done or anything like that, like, they're gonna be able to tell pretty quickly. Like, I feel like in the corporate world, especially if you're in office, like, people are, you know what I mean, we're all in close proximity. Okay, so you know what I mean, maybe you breaking policy or whatever, what have you. If you're out here wilding, like there are people that see you, I feel like all the time in corporate, because not only are people here with you in the office, but there's like cameras that are like watching you. And so like I say, like, how do you survive in corporate? Like, girl, be yourself, but understand that you are in a controlled environment. I don't want to say girl, like whatever you identify as, like you are in a controlled environment. And it really is just like what, like, you know what I mean, like what you make it. Just like I said, hopefully you pick the place that you like, you know what I mean, so that it's not like so hard. Because like what if you just end up working somewhere that you like absolutely hate? I feel like that's another video on how to survive them kind of places. But like I say, for me right now, it's kind of been in a space where it's like, okay, I like say, like, I'm here, like, you know, I like it here. And it's like, okay, how do you make it that though, right? Because you're not having the same relationship with a close friend outside of work that you have with the friends in work. Like surviving corporate America, I feel like rule number one is to understand these people are your work friends, right? They're not your friends. You can't just be saying any and everything. You know what I mean? Like, these people, like I say, are specific subject of people. But I just feel like, you know, you need to keep that in mind. And I also need you to understand that like a lot of times at jobs, everybody's from different backgrounds. So what's normal to them or what's normal to them or what's normal to you, or, you know, basically what's normal to you versus anybody else, it could be different. And it's like you won't know until you kind of like, you know what I mean, just kind of observe the situation. Like, you know, corporate offices and, you know, just businessy kind of places and office kind of places, you know, they be busy. It take you a minute to learn everybody. And like, I just feel like don't go in hot. Like, it's like a big thing too. Like, don't go in hot. Like I said, just observe, just, you know what I mean? Just like take in the place. Like, this is how you survive corporate America. Like I said, get a good feel of them in an interview, make sure to pay something you want, right? Like, cause like I say, if you're not getting paid what you want, you're not doing what you want. This is just a luxury, okay? To like just survive and like thrive there. Like, but if this is a place, like I say, they're paying you what you want and the vibe is generally what you want, like this is how this is what I'm giving you. It's different advice for those things. So like I say, like, understand these are, you know what I mean, your coworkers. They're like things that are culturally cool for you or not culturally cool for them, and like vice versa. And you don't want to make the block hot. Like, just go, like I said, just going in hot, right? Like not too much. Like this is your job. Like I said, like these are strangers and you all work together and all that. So I feel like that's like another way to like survive. And also like make sure you have a robust life outside of your job, bro. Like I feel like so many like full-time like YouTubers or people you see put out content constantly be the people like me work during the day, because it's like, okay, what are you gonna do when you get home? You know what I mean? Or like if you have free time, like, or if you're like enough to work from home, I gotta do an update video about working from home, because like now that I work not in the home, it's a whole other story. But like I feel like definitely like find the things like how to survive corporate America, find things to do outside of corporate America. You don't want like all of your, you know what I mean, validation and strength as a person to come from your job. Because what if something happens with your job? Like, I don't know, what if they make up, like, you know what I mean? Like so much can happen at the job. Like, what if that happens to you? And then now what are you going to do? You know what I mean? So I feel like it's very important to have just like a happy life outside of work, whether that's you going to meet out with friends or spending more time with your spouse or going out to do more events by yourself, picking up a hobby online, getting a massage, or just having the house to yourself quiet for 30 minutes. Like it really don't even have to be nothing crazy, but just like, taking time for you, doing something that like, I love this. This is for me. This is my time. Like, I'm talking to you right now. Like, this is my time. And so, like, yeah, y'all, I feel like I gave some really great tips on like how to survive corporate America. I feel like those are my top tips. Like, I really, like I said, when I get home from work, like I said, I work all day, right? I want to come home and I want to just like talk to y'all. And it just depends on what comes to mind. I did be having a list of stuff, and like I said, I still got these products, y'all. Like, maybe tomorrow I will go through like the products or whatever. But like, I be having ideas, right? But I just be thinking way too much. And it's like, okay, we're not going to give it. But oh, yay. I'm so glad that you love the tips. How exciting. Okay. So listen, thank you so much for tuning in with me. Thank you so much for chatting with me. Shout out to you, Jordan. Talking to you. Like, you've been here rocking with me the whole 11 minutes. But make sure you like this video and share this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. Until next time.